Today, I'm gonna give you 10 very easy to implement strategies that I've used to help hundreds of clients land more interviews. Be sure to stick around until the end of the video where I will give you my favorite resume writing shortcut that will help you make the most of these tips. All right, let's jump in with how to take your resume from this to this. Except this is the same as this. I forgot which one had color. Tip number 1 is to add a tasteful pop of color to immediately capture an employer's attention. I recommend colors that are jewel tones: royal blue, dark purple, forest green. These colors tend to be the most aesthetically pleasing. Choose one. Only one. And use that to highlight your name and your section headers. It'll make a huge difference with your design. Just try to avoid orange. It's a lot. While we're talking about design, right under your name and your contact information, my next tip is to add your LinkedIn URL. There was a recent study by ResumeGo that found that resumes that have a LinkedIn link are 71% more likely to get an interview. This is because if an employer is interested in you, they want a way to quickly be able to search you and learn more. And one thing that a lot of professionals miss is that you can customize your LinkedIn URL so that you can make it /first name, last name. This is so much better, so much easier to search, and it looks a lot cleaner than the long, agonizing list of letters and numbers and characters that LinkedIn assigns you. I don't even know where to find some of those characters that they give you. This makes it so much easier for an employer to find you, learn more about you, and call you in for the interview. This next topic is a question I get asked all the time. What point of view should you be using to write your resume? It's called first person implied. That sounds complicated. All it means is, if you're trying to say something like, I managed our company's marketing team, instead you would say, managed the company's marketing team. Eliminate any use of pronouns like I or we or our. This can be easy to miss, but it is very important. This is what employers are expecting, and it'll ensure that they're taking your resume seriously. My next tip is to throw out the old school objective statement and replace it with a professional summary. Think of this as an elevator pitch, or if your resume is a movie, the summary is the trailer. Instead of telling employers what kind of job you want, listen, they already know what kind of job you want. You're applying for that job. Use this prime real estate to tell employers what you can do for them. Start it out with your professional title, followed by the years of experience you have in your field, and then in 3 to 5 sentences, describe who you are and what you do best. Let's talk about your career timeline. Every position shows the start and end date. I have a lot of clients that come to me worried about specific gaps of time on their resume where they weren't employed, which is perfectly normal. Everyone has those. But if you show on your resume that you ended a position in March of 2021 and your next position didn't start until August of 2022, that makes that gap of time more obvious. So I'd recommend eliminating months. Just use your start year and your end year. Research shows that employers spend about 7 seconds looking at a resume, so we have to grab their attention right away, right at the top. My next piece of advice is to add an expertise section underneath your summary to show employers 6 to 8 of your top strengths. This allows someone who is quickly scanning your resume to know right away that you are a qualified candidate. Which leads me to my next point. Employers and recruiters are not the only ones that are scanning your resume. There are robots that are also called applicant tracking systems, or ATS, that scan resumes that are submitted through job sites like Indeed or LinkedIn. They're scanning for specific criteria that the employers put forward. Keywords. So, if you look at a job description, you'll see specific phrases popping up over and over. When you're applying for a role, take a highlighter. Highlight certain phrases like content creation or marketing strategy, and those keywords should be on your resume. A great place to infuse those keywords into your resume is to use them in your expertise section, a skills section if you have one, or you can work them more organically into your summary or your bullet points. When an employer finally lands on your resume, we want them to stay a while. So, how do we do that? How do we capture their attention? You can do this by making sure that you start every bullet point with a different action verb. Think of it this way. If you have 2 candidates, Joe and Jane, and Joe is saying, managed, and Jane is saying, spearheaded and launched and innovated and nurtured, which one do you want to hire? So dust off your thesaurus, find some new words. It'll really make you look like a more appealing candidate. The length of your resume is very important. Whether you are struggling to fill a page or you're Johnny 4 pages, this is something to consider because you don't want someone to open your resume and be underwhelmed or overwhelmed. If you're an executive or you have years and years of experience, 2 pages is great, but for the vast majority of people, you're aiming for 1 page. So if you're having trouble filling the page, take a look at the jobs that you're applying for to get some ideas. Are there aspects of the role that you want that you're currently doing or that you've done in a previous role? If so, be sure to incorporate that into your bullet points. You can also think of adding things like relevant coursework under your education or volunteer experience. These are things that are so much better than a bunch of white space. There's one more thing you need to consider. You can have a killer resume with great content and all the right keywords, but still get automatically rejected by the robots because of subtle mistakes in your formatting. This means that your resume will never reach an employer. So, I'm putting a link down below with a free resume template that is ATS friendly, it's easily customizable, it will save you time, it'll take the guesswork out of it. The link's down below, check it out. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and be sure to subscribe for more videos like this one on how to take that next step in your career. I'll see you in the next one.